Hey, welcome to the Knitting Samurai Plus One video podcast. This is episode 82. I'm your host, Steph, also known as the Knitting Samurai. And it is Friday, February 28th, the last day of February. I can't believe it. We're into March. And then we're going to be into April and May and June, and the baby will be here. So excited for me. So it's been a crazy day at work. We're prepping for presentations that we'll be doing next Friday, so you're not going to see me next Friday. I know I'll be fried by the end of the day. But yeah, and just putting together the room and laying out all of the different product lines, and you get decision paralysis, or it's not paralysis. I guess it's just exhausting. What looks good with what, and trying to pull it all together when you have product that 4 different buyers have bought, 5 different buyers have picked out, and it's like, okay, let's make it look cohesive. So we've been doing that and been very giddy and silly here today. So hopefully a little bit of that bubbliness will carry forward and I won't be completely tired. Yeah, I think that's kind of my intro prep about what's going on with me. This should be the last episode that feeds through Blip, so if I disappear, I haven't really disappeared. You just have to go find me over on the WordPress blog or the gray badge in iTunes, because I am staying in iTunes. So that said, I think it's time to talk about knitting. So last time, let me see, I don't think you can see all this. I'm not sure, maybe you can, but there's a lot of projects over there. So last time I shared with you what is this? This is the Toddler T-shirt vest by Sam Lamb. And I am using yarn I purchased in London, and there were ends going everywhere. This is Rico Design Essentials Soft, let me turn it the right way, Soft Merino Aran weight yarn on US size 8s. And I really enjoy the colors, which are a navy and a royal blue, and then there's the pop of teal. I think, we're back in the crazy room where the shades were making the funny noise, so I don't know if the front desk will adjust their shades again today or not. We're risking it. Anyways, but I think with the lighting, I do better if I tip it, learning this new environment. So anyway, so not a lot of progress here, maybe 4 rows since you last saw it, and that's because I'm going to finish it. It'll definitely be an FO, but I got a little hesitant about the softness of the yarn and the pill factor. Like, I've never used this yarn, and the fact that I'm knitting it at such a loose gauge, and knowing how much some looser gauge sweaters I've knit for Roland have really pilled, it made me start to think about knitting. Maybe I would like it on smaller needles or with yarn held double. So I pulled out a skein of Leading Men Fiber Arts in the puffin colorway that Steve got for Christmas for me. Got me for Christmas. There we go. Last year. And I cast on with US size 7s, which are 4.5 millimeter needles. And this is their showstopper base. I'm sorry I don't have the tag because I use most of it. So I held the yarn double. Knitting on size 7s with the yarn double, stockinette stitch, is no problem whatsoever. So I don't know what was wrong with me when I was complaining about the slippers. I'm just a whiny baby apparently. But I can't tell you. Okay, so I can tell you. My Steve got this yarn from Leading Men Fiber Arts for Christmas for me. And I looked at the skein and I was like, I cannot imagine a world in which those 4 colors would look really nice knit up. Like, it's just not my aesthetic. Like, But I had it in my head that held double if there was more variation in each knitted stitch, so it had a little bit of barber pulling of the 2 colors together. I thought I might like it. And I cast on, and like, the further and further I got in this project, the more excited about it I became. And when I cast off, I was like, it's gorgeous! Like, yarn magic. Yarn magic. It went from being something that I was like, I don't know, to something that I'm like, I love the FO. I cannot wait to put it on thing 2. So, did I make any mods? I don't think so. Yeah, just held the yarn double. Great way. I believe it's a 460 yard skein, and I have a pretty good sized ball left of yarn. I did not use all 460 yards. I'm sorry, I forgot to weigh it to see how much I did use. But I think this is a great use of variegated yarn. A variegated hand-dyed stock yarn that you want to knit worsted. So awesome free pattern, check it out. And this, the pattern itself says it is wearable for 12 to 24 month size. I'm thinking this is probably a 9-month size because I went down on the needle size. I could have done a few more stitches. So learning for next time. And there will be a next time because I was like, I did this last time I was pregnant too. I went on these jags where I was like, all I want to do is knit this one thing over and over and over. So one of my friends is having twins. She doesn't know what she's having, but I thought rather than trying to whip out 2 baby blankets for her, it might be fun to do a couple tops. So I went looking for it yarn and came up with this. It's a very pale blue, lime green color, lime green. And it is Claudia Hand Paints fingering weight yarn. So I have those all balled up, and I wasn't sure, there we go. Wasn't sure I had enough for the full sweater, just because I think this is gonna come out to be 400 yards and I had 460 to work with. And so I found a skein of Louette Gem Sport Weight that I thought matched really well. Could do some stitch surfers with these, yeah. So I thought that was really nice. But the Louette Gems is, I don't know how to, I would describe the Gems as a matte finish yarn and the Claudia Hand Paints more as a shiny yarn. I don't know what that means. I think the Claudia's is a superwash. I'm not sure if the Louette Gems was, which I can feel the tack in there. But I hadn't considered that when I cast on that, oh, maybe that one's not a superwash, because I thought they matched really well. But then once I started knitting, oh, this is going to be hard to show you. Once I started knitting with it, so I was going to do the bright green for the collar, the sleeve ribbing, and the bottom hem. Once I did that and then started into, I've just done I think 4 or 5 rows of the Claudia's, I don't think they look good together. And it's not about the color, it's about the texture, the finish of the yarn. So I don't know, I definitely wouldn't enjoy, and again, I'm holding it double knitting on US size 7, 4.5 millimeter needles. I definitely wouldn't want this for myself. It would irritate me too much, but I know that I'm not super picky, and I'm wondering if washing will make them look similar. But as I inspect it, how about I share it for you to inspect? I don't know. So it caused me to put it down and just, I need to think on this because I was doing it late at night, and I think I noticed it, but my friend probably will not. So we'll see. And the fact that they're twins, it might be fun to have 2 matching items, which I will not be able to get with that, but they can both have the same cuff and hem. So those are on the needles, and that's 3 of the toddler t-shirts by Sam Lamb. So really enjoying that. I'm also, this is my latest Stitch by Jessa Lou bag. It's a Valentine's Day one, but I'm still using it. It's still February. I cast on and was really challenging myself to try and finish this pair of socks for my month of February stripy sock yarn, or pair of stripy socks for the Stockinette Zombies knit along, but I fell short, as you can see. This week has just had lots of other things going on, so I didn't get to knit as much as I wanted. But I did, I mean, I had nothing last time, I only had the one, so now I'm almost up to the heel. I have to do 1 more stripe, and then I'll do my waist yarn for the heel, sorry, right there, and then keep going up the leg. So, oh, the phone, sorry about that. 2x2 rib toe up. I'm gonna do Lala's Afterthought heel pattern, and these are knit on US Zeros, 2.0 millimeter needles with Knit Picks Felici in the Sugar Violets colorway. I love self-striping yarn, and I love these larger stripes. They're fun for a change. So it's been good purse knitting for me. So that's going on. I'm trying to make a match as close as I can. I'm trying. they're going to be very close. It'll probably come down to what I do with the heel. That'll determine exactly. So remember I talked about the magic slippers last time, and Roland had hidden his. He hid it in the Lego bin. So we found it, and I was like, oh, there it is. So this is the Magic Slipper by Carol Hegru, And I am knitting this with Fiber Nymph Dye Works Happy Camper in her Look Into Their Eyes colorway. Held double for the sole, held single for the top. I did make whoops. Okay, I did do a I upsized the needle to US 3s, 3.25 millimeters, and I knit the sole a little longer to accommodate for his foot, but it's not quite long enough. So I think I'm going to leave this one as it is, set it aside, take the yarn and knit a second and a third that are an extra, maybe even an inch. I mean, he'll grow into them, right? Longer in the sole of the foot. So there it is. I'm never sure how to show these things. Super cute slipper. Good use of the yarn. So that's going on. And then also, I'm working through my pile over here. I also have the socks I'm knitting for my dad. Oh, I don't know if I made any progress. I don't think I have since you last saw them, so I'll just show them to you quick. So these are, again, on US Zeros, 2.0 millimeter needles, 2x2 rib socks for my dad in the Regia Snowflake colorway. There's a white hair on my sleeve, or not a hair, but a thread. The colorway is 7709 if you're interested. And to me, it looks like blips of color, not necessarily snowflake pattern on them. So they're going along. I'm probably not going to have these finished for his birthday because I really would rather get the purple ones done first. So, but they're going. They're going. I feel like I should move that up, but that's marking where I went in. I decreased my stitch count for his wide at the front of his foot, but narrow at the heel of his foot. Custom socks, man. You're so lucky if you get them, right? I know, I am busting through this, but what would I be if I wasn't a super polygamous knitter? Wait, I have an extra project bag. Oh, I know why. Okay, this one's the next one. Still love it. In here is the Sockhead hat by Kelly McClure. I've been working on this with Into the World, a Lundy sock yarn in the 221B colorway, and you know, it's the mindless knitting. It's on par with the sock knitting, so I really love this color. I'm looking at it right now thinking, it's pretty close in size to that baby vest. Wouldn't that be a beautiful baby vest? But you can see that about at the point when I started doing stockinette instead of doing the ribbing, it started to pool, swirl. I'm not sure how it's going to look. Oh, you can see it much more on the other side. There you go. So the blacks are stacking on top of each other, which is fine with me. It's fine with me because this ribbing section is really what's going to be near my face. And I think it's beautiful. So that's going on my needles. But again, like, you can only focus on so many mindless projects, although there is a place for mindless projects. And then lastly, oh, there's goodies and goodies. So remember the Vivid by Tin Can Knits? I did another square, yay! So this is my green square. It is my 11th completed square. I'm going for 20 squares on this blanket. So did I write down the color number? No. So that is off my needles right now. I am carrying around the green and the orange. So shooting for 2 more of each out of those skeins. So that's on the needles. I think that's everything. Oh my goodness, was that like 10 projects? I know. I like a lot of projects. New yarn. New yarn. In addition to new yarn, we got a new car this week. I know. Actually, we got it yesterday. They had to bring it in for me. So I now am the proud owner of a Subaru Forester, black interior with, or black leather and the outside's black, and it's just beautiful. And I drove it home last night, and it sat in the driveway today because I wouldn't let Steve use it, and we had to get it on the insurance policy. So now it's on the insurance policy, and we're good to go to drive it wherever we want without fear. So, my last new car was in 2004. I graduated college, and got my first job, and I was like, I'll get a car. And so I bought the entry-level Civic, bright red, two-door Civic, which we have driven very happily for 5 years with no payments. So I feel like, okay, thing 2 is coming, and well, I don't feel like, I know there isn't room in the Civic for a second car seat, which is the backup emergency car. That's not what we typically drive. But yeah, so we did a lot of searching around and test driving, and my parents drive an Outback, and my dad was just really pushing that before I bought anything else, I needed to try that, just like, I know. And so we did, and I was like, oh my God, I can't believe how much I love this car. There's so much class. Like, there's no blind spot. And, okay, this isn't about my new car, but I did get a new car. And even though it's Steve's turn, it's gonna be my car. So, and we'll be putting the zebra car seat in the back seat, so that'll be fun. And what else can I tell you about it? I got special kick mats for the back of the chairs, back of the front seats that we don't have in our primary in the CRV. Well, we do now because I bought kick mats for that car too. I was just going crazy buying kick mats, but yeah. So this is a custom dye that I had Lisa of Fiber Note Dye Works do for me with the Sunshine yarn, which is what I used for the Citron. And it is the Wayfarer Gradient, 490 yards, 100% superwash, fingering weight yarn. So it's cool. It goes from light green to dark green to this rusty, burnt orange, red color. And I'm looking at it. So the difference, so the only difference from my Citron is that my Citron is like a slate blue on the outside. The King's Cross Gradient is what that one is. And so this one has the red on it instead. I think it's really pretty. You know what I was just thinking? It might be fun to do some sort of color work and knit from both ends and let it gradiate towards itself. Might be fun to do. Stripes of something. I don't know, we'll think about it, but I got that this week. And then I also got my Into the World Club shipment. So spoiler alert. I think you can see it in my hand, so sorry I didn't say it fast enough. This month it is Courtly Frogs is the colorway for February, and this one is the Alande, the same base as the other one. And I just love the color, and I am so ready to cake this bad boy up, hold it double, and knit another baby. Knit one of those. Let's see, how could I don't know. Anyways, I think it's so pretty. So pretty, love this color. So, yeah, babbling. See, I tried to warn you that my brain was going to be fried, and it's coming down from the high of giggling with all of the girls. So, yeah. Thinking, here we go. Okay, so I'm thinking this would make another great toddler vest. That's what I was thinking. Because as much as I love Into the World, and I'm never ever going to leave that club, the sockette hat, I think, is the first thing I've knit. No, I did a pair of fingerless gloves with it, but I haven't knit very much, and I've been in the club for a long time, so I'm constantly trying to think of ways to use that, you know, beautiful colors, but highly variegated yarn, which is always a challenge. And I'm thinking, I have a book on socks. I don't remember what the book was. I want to say it came out in like 2007, and it had a lot of color theory in it. And I remember reading it, and at the time I was knitting highly patterned socks, like cookie A socks, and using semi-solid yarn, so the colored section about pooling and swirling and what are the best patterns to use. Maybe it was an interweave book. I'm gonna have to go look for that. Yeah, and read it. So I also need to thank AK Rough Wife for sending me 5 sets of Knit Picks needles, sock weight needles, or mine below size 3 needles, that she needed to find a new home for. So I'm really happy. I will use these gladly. So thank you very much, Leanna. Greatly appreciate it. And then I need to thank Allison J. She sent me a wonderful care package. Oh my God, it was so full of goodies. Candy, of course, that's been eaten. And some knitted goodies for Row, some knitted goodies for Thing 2, some project bags for me. Really nice stuff. Thank you so much. I'm not going to keep all the project bags. I'll be sure to share one or two with you guys, but I'm going to show you my favorite. And that's this one, which is a gorgeous brown wedge bag with a green liner. It's perfect. It's perfect. I need to find now that you've seen it, I can use it. So that one. And then I can't show you the robots because Ro ran off with them. But here is one of the hats that she sent. And here's the other. They're so cute. Fingering weight, really lightweight yarn. I love them. I just love them. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Allison. And here is, I'll show you this one too, the big bucket. It's a wonderful sweater bag that she sent with green on the inside and the black and white checkers. So creative. I wish I sewed, but I don't. So I think, yeah, I mean, I told you about our big purchase. I told you about what came in, what's going on. Next on the needles, there is a pattern, I don't know where I found it, but it's for a fox hat. I'm going to link it in the show notes. I think everyone should make one of these. Oh my god. So there's a video that went viral a couple months back about what does the fox say. And we watched it, and then Ro liked it, and then we watched it a few more times or listened to it. Steve bought it on iTunes. And they started listening to it at school, and so it's a runaway hit with preschoolers. If you know a preschooler, just play What Does the Fox Say, and they'll be like, wah, 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 wah. Yeah, anyways. So I was thinking a fox hat could be fun for him. And then I think Steve and Callie have been knitting baby blankets, and of course the time is right for me. So I'm thinking I might pull out my 60 Quick Baby Blankets book and cast on something out of there, or pull one of my hibernating blankets, like move that way. So I gotta do something for Thing 2. He needs more things than baby sweaters. But that's it for me for this week. I hope you have a great 10 days or so, and it will be 10 days or so until we talk again. And enjoy what's going on in your knitting room. Take care. Bye.
Oh man. Play that.
I think Pepe wants to ride on the...
Pepe's gonna ride on the bus?
Mm-hmm. Be safe, Pepe. Sit down.
Pepe's riding on the bus? Shit! Gubby, gubby, gubby.
It's just right here. It comes through. It stops.
It comes through and then it stops?
Yes. Oh. I will know up top.
Up
Owl
top?
makes a noise up top?
Owl.
Owl sits in the tree and goes, whoo, whoo.
No. No say it.
The owl doesn't say that?
Yeah.
What's he say?
It's Twinkle Little Star.
He sings Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star?
Yeah.
Owls sing that?
Yeah.
How can you sing that?
No, doesn't sing that. Hey, Daddy, my green. I stop.
No, when the light, you stop when the light is red.
Why stop? My green.
Light green, go?
No, stop.
We stop when the light is red. Stop, dog, stop. The light is red.
It stop right here. It goes, it's round and round.
Round and round?
Yes, stop. It's round and stop.
Are you the policeman directing traffic?
Yeah.
Stop.
Oh,
Stop.
yeah.
You go?
Yes.
You
that's
go
just what it does.
around?